Hi there, Michael from Parallax Live here to tell you about April 2015's PlayStation Plus Instant Game Collection. First up, we've got Tower of Guns. This is going to be available for the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 3. It's actually new to PlayStation formats, but the PC version, released in March 2014, scored a MetaCritic average of 77% and a user average of 7.3%. It's a kind of combination between a first-person shooter and a roguelike, so expect a combination of fast shooting and randomly generated levels. Next up is Never Alone. This will be available for the PlayStation 4. It was originally released in November of 2014, scored a Metacritic rating of 73% and a user score of 7.4%. This is a puzzle platformer that's based on native Alaskan folklore. Highly distinctive graphics, but the game is quite short, although it does offer co-op play. The first of this month's PlayStation 3 titles, to the surprise of nobody, is Dishonored, as this was initially announced to be in March 2015's Instant Game Collection, but the deal fell apart at the last moment. Now, this was originally released in October 2012, a pretty old game. However, it's also a pretty good game. It scored a Metacritic average of 88%, slightly less in terms of user ratings, an average of 7.8. It's a first-person combination of stealth and action that's set in an alternative Victorian London-esque location, where you fight to clear your name using some interesting supernatural abilities. It's the game that the Thief reboot really should have been. Indeed, it is a very good game, but it's also really old, and the best of what the game has to offer actually lies in DLC, which you won't be getting as part of the Instant Game Collection. Next up is Aru's Awakening. This is going to be available for the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 3. It's also new to PlayStation formats, although the PC version was originally out in February 2015. Only scored a Metacritic average of 60%. The user average is way below that at 3.4. It's a hand-drawn 2D platformer, being heavily criticised for its awkward controls and a harsh and frustrating level of difficulty. Try not to throw your control pad at the wall while you're giving that one a try. First game on the PlayStation Vita for this month is Killzone Mercenary. This was originally out in September 2013. It's got a Metacritic average of 78%, but a user average of 8.9%. Well, I agree with the user average on this occasion. It's a first-person shooter. It's by far the best installment in the Killzone series, despite the annoying jump in difficulty for the final boss, which so many games tend to have these days. Has a very strong multiplayer that's still surprisingly populated to this day, which is a testament to how good it is. Probably the best handheld first-person shooter available. Highly recommended if you've not yet had the chance to give that a try. Finally, this month, it's Monster Bag. This will be available only for the PlayStation Vita. It's a completely new game, so we don't know a massive amount about it. It's a puzzle platformer with some nice cartoony graphics, but beyond that, we don't really know what to expect. A monster game or a monster bag of shite? Well, it could be either. We'll find out on the 7th of April in the US or the 8th in Europe. Hardly a vintage month this month. Indeed, most of these titles are vastly outclassed by this month's Xbox Games with Gold, a sentence I never thought I'd hear myself saying, which is offering Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, Gears of War Judgment and Child of Light, amongst many others this month. My picks of the month in terms of the Instant Game Collection is Dishonored, that is if you're one of the 3 people who hasn't played it yet, and Killzone Mercenary for the Vita. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons if you enjoyed this video. Thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.